Hey geeks, it's Andrea. There are a lot of dark documentaries out there. Let's take a look at a few. I made sure all of the documentaries on this list are available on Netflix at the time of this video, at least in America. You might have to check Netflix for your countries. Alright geeks, let's go. The Nightmare. As someone who has experienced sleep paralysis several times in her life, I was very intrigued to watch a documentary about it. Although I do feel that it was way over dramatized and made a natural thing seem more like a paranormal thing than it actually is. It is a creepy documentary on a subject that is a great cause of anxiety for many people. If you're looking for real answers, I would look elsewhere, but if you're wanting to watch some creepy documentaries this Halloween, this is a good starting point. Room 237. Regardless of how young you are, there's a decent chance that you've seen the movie The Shining. It's just one of those classic movies. Although The Shining is over 35 years old at this point, it still has plenty of fans and people that remember watching this movie spanning over several generations. This documentary takes a look at subtle things that you may or may not have noticed while watching, looking for hidden meanings and theories about the movie. After watching this, you might have a renewed respect for the movie and will see it in a different light. Killer Legends. This documentary takes a look at some classic urban legends and breaks them down to teach us the truth about what is based off of truth and what is purely the work of storytelling. They take a look at the originations of Hookman, Candyman, babysitter killers, and the worst for me, killer clowns. Even though the end of the documentary was hard for me to watch because it covered a subject that is at the top of my fears list, this is actually a decent documentary. It takes it from the angle of finding the truth and looking at cases rather than just using false over-dramatization. 2. Cropsey. This is done by the same guy who did the previous one. Killer Legends was kind of a sequel to Cropsey. The myth of Cropsey was from the town that the two people researching and telling the story were raised. It was a case of an urban legend that turned out to be the truth instead of fiction. The myth was that there was an escaped mental patient kidnapping children and taking them to a creepy house. It was all believed to be a story until children went missing. Cropsey looks at the facts behind these cases and whether or not the real boogeyman is the one that they have behind bars. 1. The Imposter. This story is one that I almost can't believe actually happened. Over 3 years after 13-year-old Texas native Nicholas Barclay disappeared, they got a call that any family with a missing child desperately wishes to hear. They had found Nicholas. What they didn't know was that the man telling them that they found his son was also Nicholas. Well, not Nicholas. 23-year-old Frederick Borden lived with the Barclay family for almost 5 months under the false pretenses of being a 16-year-old missing boy. He didn't look young or anything like the kid. It's crazy. Alright geeks, that's going to do it for this video. You only have 9 days left to get your hands on what is not only our first Horror Month t-shirt, but also our first ever t-shirt. If you're enjoying Horror Month, be sure to subscribe and leave us a like and a comment before you go. Alright geeks, I will see you tomorrow.